You got your toothbrush?
Check.
Do you have your deodorant?
Check.
Do you have your cozy clothes?
Got that.
What?
Do they know I'm black?
Should they?
You might wanna,
Mom and Dad, my black boyfriend will be coming up this weekend. I just don't want you to be shocked that he's a black man.
I ain't never seen you like this before, bruh. Meeting family.
Get Out. It's honestly like they saw every horror movie and just was saying this throughout the entire thing. And I'll be completely honest, from minute one of the film, I was going like, yeah, dude, get out. So Get Out. This film is it's I don't know how to explain it. It's so good. So this film, it's done by Jordan Peele, and this was his directorial debut and also his first step into horror. Now, Jordan Peele has been known for doing comedy, like his show Key and Peele. And so this is kind of a big change for that. But what I've been noticing and been learning is that a lot of comedians or people that are known for doing comedy can actually step outside the comfort zone and actually do something like dramatic or like horror. Like Dave Chappelle, he's been now like doing like drama stuff like Star is Born. Big example is one of my favorite comedians, Bill Hader. He was in It Chapter 2, and to my money, he was one of the best parts of that film. And also his show Barry, which is a very it's a dark comedy, but there's parts in there where I'm like, wow, like he's actually giving like a fantastic performance, like very dramatic. And that show got him a Golden Globe. So, it ends up working out. So, yeah, comedians, I think, can do like drama or horror really well. And Jordan Peele, with his directorial debut, he does not disappoint and keeps that thing going. So, Get Out. This movie is about a guy who is going to see his girlfriend's parents. And and of course that is just an uncomfortable situation in and of itself. But he's more getting like iffy because he is black and his girlfriend and his parents are white. So he's, this movie has a huge message about race, which I'll talk about in a little bit. But he starts to notice like things out of the ordinary, and it's like, yeah, this doesn't look right. Like when he first gets there, he notices that his girlfriend's parents have like a groundskeeper and like helpers who are black. And so even the parents point that out. He's like, yeah, I know it looks bad, but it's all okay. So throughout the course of the film, he starts realizing like things are not out of the ordinary. Something is going on with this family, and like the title of the film, he needs to get out. So when I started noticing this film, I noticed it was coming out. But, I was kind of going like, oh, okay, like, I don't know what this is. To then I saw it said, oh, from Jordan Peele. And I'm like, wait a minute, the comedy guy? The sketch comedy guy? Like, what? So then I didn't see it in the theaters, but I really wish I did. I didn't see it until like a couple years later. And I was like, wow, that was quite a film. Even Jordan Peele has said that, he was writing this film for a while, and he kept stopping because he's like, yeah, I don't think this is ever going to get made. But they always say never, and now look at him now. But so the race, the topics they bring up of race is one of the boldest things in this. And there were so many parts of this movie where forget his name, the main boyfriend, he starts doing stuff, and then others around him do something different. Like he could be going for a fizz bump, and says someone like grabs his hand like a handshake, and I'm like, something's up. Or he says like, maybe he'll say like, oh, like sorry, I wasn't like snitching. And they're like, actually it's tattletale. I'm like, whoa, hold on. So I was going like, something's up. So it added an extra layer of like suspense in that way, where I'm like, something's up. But what I really like about the film is, he's being put in a situation where it's already awkward enough. You're going to see your lover's parents for the first time, and it's going to be awkward, and all this stuff around it is a bit out of the ordinary, and you are kind of like thinking to yourself like, what's really going on? But you don't want to say anything because you're in that situation. So it's a really smart thing, and because you want to say something like, what's going on with that, but you want to keep it to yourself because you don't want to be, nosy for the first time. You don't want to keep questioning things that they do. So it adds that level of suspense, because you're like, I want to say something, but I can't. Where in most of the time, you can totally say something, but in a situation like this, you really can't, unless you want to be awkward and, look past things. So it's a very smart film. And also, I've been looking at a lot of like the theories, and I'm like, oh yeah, I've been noticing that. So it's just, this is a very smart and well thought out film. Like every detail is not, it never skips a detail. Like even like a big thing can happen. There's like little things going on that you may have missed the first time you watched it. And when I've gone back and rewatched it, I definitely see those things now, where I'm going like, oh, I didn't notice that. Like there's little parts where I'm like, oh, that's fine. And then people are like, actually this may resemble this. And then sometimes, Peele actually said, yeah, that's true. Like that was intentional. And I go back and I look at it and go, like, wow, okay. So this is a very well thought out film, where each scene, even if something's not happening in the foreground, there's always stuff happening around it. And the acting as well. The acting is very, very good from everybody. And I think, Jordan Peele, he knocked it. He really knocked it out of the park. And this movie, which was his first film, he won an Oscar for I think it was screenplay, which is a bit odd because the Academy is known for not considering horror films. And it's like, actually horror films can be very much nominated for Oscars. Like last year, there were a ton of films where I was like, oh, you guys suck. Like, that film should have been nominated. Like, I'll bring up The Lighthouse. Nominated for cinematography. Nothing else. Pearl. No Oscars. And I'm like, she should have gotten a Best Actress nom. So it's, yeah, I really much, I despise the Academy for overlooking horror films, because a lot of the time they see it like how it was back in the 80s, where it's just like slasher after slasher after slasher. But every once in a while you would have your gem in there. And so the horror market is very, very different now. And, you know, this film really isn't a full-blown horror film. It's more of a thriller. And it's just, like I said, it's so engaging. I can't find any flaw in this movie. So this absolutely gets an amazing. And it's my favorite Jordan Peele film. It would have to be this, then Nope, and then Us. But yeah, this film is absolutely amazing, and yeah, very, very, very deep. And Jordan Peele really knocked it out of the park.
Bougie, man. Come back, get your damn pants up to your damn stomach.